How you doing, guys? Bobby Gas here. I got some more auction records from Wax and Patrick that was 2.5, 3 weeks, I guess about 3 weeks ago, right? I'll open up Wax's first. Actually, with Wax, I only bought the one record, but he owed me a record, and he had a couple of records that he was going to send me, Jimmy Witherspoon, and said he was going to throw in an extra or something like that, right? I believe, right? And it looks like he has, right? So let's get into it. I already know what I sort of got. Well, this is an extra here. Felix Callum Cavallari, Castles in the Air. There's Felix there. Rascals. Oh, that's a white label promo. Demonstration not for sale. White label promo, Felix Cavallari. I like Felix. I like his voice. I really like the Rascals. They did one of my favorite tunes from the 60s. I had a girlfriend, and that was kind of like our song. You know, grooving. Next up here's Jimmy Witherspoon. He said one of them was a white label promo, and here it is here, right? Jimmy Witherspoon. Handbags and glad bags. Now, I had originally bought one off of off of Wax, a Jimmy Witherspoon record that he had was really cheap. Nobody wanted it, and it was kind of bluesy, old style bluesy. But he's more or less a jazz guy, right? So I imagine this is jazz, right? I ain't a jazz guy, but I'll check it out, right? And here's the other one, the extra one he sent. Jimmy Witherspoon and Jerry Mulligan, he's a sax player, ain't he? Another jazz guy. And that's on an orange label here. I don't know the label. Everest Records, Archive of Folk and Jazz Music. Hey, maybe it's some jazz in it. Well, with some folk in it, but with Mulligan, has to be jazz. And here's the record that I bought off him that I wanted. I'm a Dylan fan, and I buy all his records, right? I got a lot of Dylan records, and promos and radio copies and stuff like that. And this one's from China. Very flimsy jacket, them commies. You gotta hate them bastards. That's what the label looks like from China, right? Dirty, rotten commies. We're at war with them. I hope you guys know that. Have been for a long time. You just don't realize the way these guys go to war, right? And here's an extra one here. Goodbye Cream. Oh, look at that. It's got duct tape on it. Yeah, I love it. Oh, it's an original, too, it looks like to me. There's the Atco inner. The plum. Very nice, very nice. Let's have a look at that. This will probably play. Oh yeah, it's really thick. Got a lot of hairlines on it, but she'll play. They don't make vinyl like they used to. In the 50s and 60s, that stuff was really durable. There's the inside of it. All the tombstones, if you remember. This is their worst album. Fresh Cream might be their best. Great band. To me, Cream was the very first heavy metal band. Guys will say Led Zeppelin or Hendrix or Black Sabbath, but Black Sabbath. They're the ones who kind of got into it, eh? Now, that was the Wax's records. Now, Patrick, I bought some more stuff off him, too, the last auction, right? And, we'll be getting that, too, but here's Patrick's stuff. Hang on, I gotta have a blower. Here's Patrick's records. I wasn't going to buy nothing because I already had spent a pile of money, right? I mean, last auction of Patrick's, I wasn't going to buy nothing because I had spent, about $500 in like 2 weeks on records, right? And that's a little much for me. Anyhow, but when I was watching Patrick, there was a record I had to have, right? And that was the Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, but the zipper works. Now I have a copy with a zipper, but the zipper don't work. And I also have a copy, a repress that's just, just a picture of it, right? But there it is there. Oh, it's got this Rolling Stones inner too. Sticky Fingers. That's quite the logo, eh? One of the best rock and roll logos. I guess probably the most well known right there. Whoever designed that did one hell of a job. The Boys, my favorite band of all time. I seen them. Damn it. My camera quit on me. I was only halfway through with I didn't even get yeah, it quit on me when I was showing you the zippered Sticky Fingers. Correct? Correct. I hope so. I know so. Next up from Patrick is Salisbury by Uriah Heep. Now these guys here, Salisbury, they're the loudest band I ever heard. They actually ruined my hearing in 1972 down at Massey Hall. I told the story. Now the only one I need from these guys is the one with the snake on it, the purple one with the snake on it. Yeah, Uriah Heep. They were incredible. They were loud. Even their music. Well, I think they got a new album out. Actually, I listened to it. The Bipper was saying that they got a new album coming out. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago he said that, so I checked it out. It wasn't bad, really. Here's one here, Graham Bond with Magics. Graham Bond with Magics. We put our magic on you. Let's see what the label looks like with this. I think I bought this off of Patrick just to make sure, to get another record to go with, what is that? Oh, that's an old Atlantic, eh? Or Mercury, pardon me, the Red Merc. I don't know this band. Look at that, eh? Pentagrams and all that devil crap, right? I one time at a party, I met a white witch, no bull. And she had a satanic Bible with her. And I read the first paragraph on this satanic Bible, and I couldn't believe how disgusting, how terrible the damn thing was. Anyhow, she was telling me she's a white witch. She says you get, dark witches and black witches, you get white witches, and white witches are good witches. And I was scoffing at her, right? And there was, it was a fancy party. There was a prince there from Hungary and, authors and models, a fancy, martinis and champagne and crap like that, canopies. And, so I kept bugging her kind of, and in this one room we were all smoking and all of that, and I was half cut, half drunk, right? So I was really being obnoxious. Well, not really obnoxious, but saying, well, come on, that's you white witch, cut it out, will you, miss? Like that, right? Somebody trying to preach to me, forget about it, right? And so I sort of challenged her to spell me quite a few times, and so she finally says, well, okay. She says, I'm going to put this bomb on your forehead and have you close your eyes, and I'm going to, do some chanting. And I, well, okay. So I took the little canister of stuff that she had, and I smelled it, and it was, menthol, right? And so I says, okay, I'm ready. And I closed my eyes, and she, dabbed that little thing. She started going in a little circle on my forehead and mumbling, chanting some stuff, under her breath. I didn't understand what she was saying. And after about 15 seconds, actually, I started I got the spinsies with my head, right? Like I was actually trying to get into trying to, think of, trying to make contact with her, right? But as soon as I sort of got the spinsies, I don't like that. I mean, I did a lot of drugs, and I like to be in control of a situation. I can snap myself out of stuff, So anyhow, I snapped myself out of the 1 second spinsies, 2 second spinsies, and then, she finishes what she's doing, and I open up my eyes, and I look around, and everybody's looking at me, and I just go, well, I feel the same. Nothing's different, and everybody sort of laughed and crap like that. She looked pained the whole time and after even, eh? But I've never been the same since. Honest to God. Watch. Don't be messing around with no witches or warlocks. Anyhow, next up here. Oh, this is a throw-in. Patrick throws in records, VCLT, to all kinds of people. You don't even have to buy nothing off him for him to send you stuff, from what I understand. 10 years after, Stonehenge. That's a throw-in, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't remember. On the Durham. Let's see what kind of shape it's in. I seen these guys here. Actually, I went to the Train Festival in 1970 expressly to see this band right here. 10 years after, I wanted to see how good. I mean, I had seen all the greats from the 60s guitar players, rock and roll guitar players. I'm not bragging, it's just a fact. And I've seen them live, but I hadn't seen Alvin Lee, right? So I wanted to check him out because, we used to think he was the fastest guy on a fretboard with his fingers, right? And he was so damn clean. But the difference between studio recordings and live, I mean, I've seen Clapton and Hendrix and Page and Jeff Beck, and I've seen those guys, they might miss a note, or, it happens, right? But with Alvin Lee, he's the cleanest I ever heard in my whole life, right? And, wow, he was something else. 10 years after Stonehenge. I have this. I got a lot of their records. Oh, look at this, too. I forgot all about these. Anthology of the British Blues. On a pink immediate label. That's John Mayall and the Blues Bakers, Eric Clapton, Stones Masonry, Savoy Brown Blues Band, love them. Joanne Kelly, T.S. McPhee. I love when I'm a blues guy, and when the British guys started doing the blues, it was fresh, it was different, it was new. I loved it, and still do, right? And here's Volume 2, an anthology of British blues on the immediate label, right? Who's on this one here? John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, great. Savoy Brown Blues Band, like I said, I love them. T.S. McPhee, Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page, what, together? I guess that would. Wonder which band that was. Wouldn't have been the Blues Breakers, no, because Page come after Jeff Beck. Beck and well, we'll see. We'll find out. And the Dharma Blues Band, Jeremy Spencer, great blues guitar player from Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. Oh yeah, I'll be interested to hear that. There you go, guys. There's my, the other half of the video, right? Later.